女の話をしよう。どうせ食べるのなら丸ごとがいいと女は思った。支配者にして処刑人、調理人にして毒味役、美食を重ねること数百人、堪能、溺愛、泥酔、絶頂。不死だらな食事のつけは頭に生えた異形の角。だがまあ、そう珍しいことでもない。美しい少女を貪るのは人間どもの本能だ。
When I came to, I was in front of the cherry blossom tree. Felt like I spent years in the imaginary number space, but simply being back here relaxes me. Although I never would have dreamed that the day would come where I'd get nostalgic about this old school. Kurtai, glad you made it back in one piece. Reen, Ronnie, and the others are gathered in the schoolyard. I can see the same fatigue on all their faces. It's as if they had escaped some peril and came here to check up on one another. Not as if, that's exactly what happened, apparently. I'm sure you also had a rough time, but we were in a pinch ourselves. Julius became BB's stooge and ambushed us. Ronnie, Sakura, and I were in the student council room, and we were on the verge of death. After that, because Sakura had collapsed, the old school's barrier was lifted. And of course, that's when hostile programs from the labyrinth invaded, and NPCs in the school were systematically attacked. I have to give it to him. It was a brilliant blitz strategy, but I guess Julius knew it well, since he led counter-terrorist units on Earth. So that's how it went down. The old school was protected by Sakura. Your average hostile program can't enter, and even BB can only affect us by observing the inside. However, the Masters Sakura regards as subjects of her guardianship are different. Julius, a master, returned to the old school, rendered Sakura powerless, and lifted the barrier. He attacked Reen and Ronnie, then ushered hostile programs into the mayhem-afflicted school building to gain control. On BB's command, he commandeered the space in just a few minutes, but still.
Okay.
I know, Julius didn't betray us. He put on a show to trick BB. I get it. We're still alive after all. After he didn't finish us off, I thought, okay, this is an act. Externally, it looked like Sakura and the NPCs were on the verge of death, but the damage they took weren't so fatal. Then Ronnie and I were pushed into the imaginary number space, and everyone else was left in the labyrinth. That's all that happened. Everyone managed to find their own way back and got here just now. What about you two? We were able to monitor up until Leo was defeated, but what happened after that? I explained to Reen the sequence of events up to this point. About how Leo and Gawain are gone, how Julius saved me in his final moments, and also about how BB's true goal is to head to the moon cell's core. I see. It's a shame what happened to Leo and Julius. Reen's thoughts on the matter end there. No longer do I think that such a thing is cruel. Behind her dispassionate words is a sorrow towards two people she deemed as worthy adversaries. Still, I didn't expect her to give no response on BB's motive. Isn't Reen surprised? What? About how she's heading to the moon cell's core? Well, I was already thinking that might happen in the end. The absolute worst case scenario I assumed came to be. That's it. It's scary, but not surprising. Sounds like Reen had predicted roughly what BB ultimately had her eyes on. No wonder she's a student council vice president. She's as reliable as a person can be. Though I didn't think her goal would be something like a world where desires are unleashed. That's one awful future. We can't stand here being gloomy all day. I'll light a fire under everyone's ass and get us reorganized. You go get some rest. I don't know what happened to you, and I won't ask, but your internals are all shattered. You're holding up for now, but I can tell you're cobbled together. You're so mangled, I'm impressed you can still think rationally. So listen, go rest. We'll have a briefing after you wake up. I'm surprised. Apparently, someone with Reen's level of observation, they can easily catch on to how wounded my body is. I'm not hurting anymore, but if Reen is telling me to rest, then I should rest. To those who are in good health, she says go fight. And to those who must rest, she says go rest. Pointing out the difference is Reen Tosca's kindness. Told you, hurry off and get to my room. If Sakura's feeling well, I'll have her give you a medical checkup. but she's getting it repairs right now. Can't use their infirmary. Wow, slow walk.
あなたに星の導きを。
It's good you're safe, Mr. Kurta. I heard what happened from Miss Tosaka. President Leo's final moments, BB's goal. The problems are piling up. We mustn't lose heart. We'll gather the resources we have left, and with Sakura's aid, the Student Council will unite to take measures against BB. Until then, please get some rest. Anything else?
あなたに星の導きを。
Oh, now I can run fast. Okay, that was weird. Yeah, my controllers were just being weird. It's Kurtai. First of all, I'm happy you're alright. Don't go too overboard. I eavesdropped on your chat with Farine. This is all beyond me, yeah. Jiniko's gonna be in the janitor's closet. I mean, sorry, but I'll just be dragging you all down. Karna can't fight anymore. I got no power. I won't be like Gato. No matter how much you pep me up, in the end, a snail is a snail, Kurtai. I can't change my personality that easily. Jiniko has graduated from neathood. From now on, I'll be intangible like a ghost. So, I don't want you to worry over me. Please treat me like I'm not even here. I mean, it seems that's all I can do. I did it. I was right all along. It takes a genius to know a genius. That's how it is. Now I can survive. This will end without me dying. No, if I pull this off, I can. Yeah, I was chosen. There's no way I'd lose in the first round. Oh, Kishinami. Sorry about that. Just thinking about some things. Looks like you're doing alright. If you insisted on surviving again.
Nah.
So, what are you going to do now? You were calling it the student council, but Leo and Julius got done in, right? There's no way out of this now. All you, Tosca, and Ronnie can do now is whatever BB says. I'm accepting it and preparing for her recommendation to surrender. You never know, she might just spare you, if you're lucky. Anything else? I knew the differences between plebs and genius, but this is a real cruel. Woe to the unchosen guys. You got anything else? Nope, same thing. Oh, thinking about it. Tamamo. Tammy. Ooh, nice. Slight MP restoration at the end of battle. Nice. 9 or more skills in battle. That's what I thought it was. Does it really only last for one turn? Because that's rough. I mean, sure, pull off 9 skills. That's not terribly difficult. That just means it will take a minimum of 2 turns before I can even set the thing up. And then I could just use whatever the strongest skill I have is. Which I don't have. I'm pretty sure I know which skill that is, but I don't have it yet. I don't know what level I learn it either. But I know one particular skill that she has that is in this game that I don't have. And I'm pretty sure it's her strongest skill, and you just spam that. Okay, well, let's see. Stats. D, D, C, C, C. Yeah. If there's anybody else. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Don't go to me or anything. Kiara's not around, but then again, nobody's usually around during this in-between point right here. Yes, I got back to my personal room. Fatigue hit me. My knees lose their strength, and I start to fall to the floor with a thud. Ah, that's dangerous. You're still awake? Please lie down properly tonight. With Castro supporting my body, I reach the bed. The bedding feels soft, but my ability to think is slowly waning. Before I fall into a tranquil sleep, the battle between Leo and BB come to mind. Frustratingly, everything about BB is overwhelming. Until now, we fought within fields prepared by the Moon Cell under fixed rules. That applies to our enemies Elizabeth and Pashalip too. Though they were illegally modded to some extent, those two were powerful enemies we faced while under the rules, but BB is different. At this point, she's becoming one with the system itself. She's a being who made the entire imaginary number space on the far side of the moon her possession and fused with the Seraph system. Isn't that precisely what we could recognize as a god? If that's the case, the very chance of winning our battle doesn't exist. Darling, having trouble sleeping? In that case, you may pet my tail if you would like to. Between the both of us, I'm the only one who gets any enjoyment from that. Sorry. If it concerns that wicked woman, If concerns over that wicked woman are weighing on your mind, then please lift your head and listen. Certainly she's a mighty obstacle for us. Her inception was merely a tiny mistake. However, before anyone realized it, she grew, and now she's become a dark cloud, practically enveloping everything. Nevertheless, it's too early to quit just because of that. Please watch as I, Caster, expand every wile I possess, and amass a mountain of many corpses if it needs to bring victory to my darling. Indeed, you won't be suffering an ordeal like that one ever again. So please, have yourself a nice rest, darling. There's nothing to worry about. As always, regardless of the outcome that awaits us, I'll be by your side. Caster's words are warm, and as if they were warmth itself, they permeate through my tense body and mind. I'm soon visited by serene sleep, and I start falling into a dreamless world. Yes, that's precisely right. A way out of this is sure to exist within whatever fate awaits us, within whatever rules we're under. I'll protect darling, return him to the Holy Grail War, and hand him the Holy Grail. Yes, I'm going for none other than a happy ending. I tell him I will smash a destiny or two with time to spare, if that's for the benefit of the darling and me. Throwing a lot of saves at me. I wake into the twilight I am well acquainted with. Maybe Caster's nursing worked. My body feels way lighter now. Baby's motives, the state of the labyrinth, and her president's absence. There's a lot of things we need to discuss. Let's head straight to the student council room. Or not. I'll just keep Caster in this outfit for right now. I'm sure. I think she has at least. I know she has at least one other outfit in this game. I don't know when I get it, but I've seen it before. Information. Okay, yeah. Did I get anything interesting in Karna? He's still launcher class. Of course he is. Vasavi Shakti, a spear of light that only strikes once. A spear of mortality made of lightning. When the battle between Karna and Arjuna reached its final stages, in order to aid Arjuna, his father Indra, king of the gods, took Karna's greatest armor, his golden armor, through trickery. However, Karna's attitude at that time was so noble that Indra came to adore Karna, his son's enemy, and gave to him, in compensation for taking his armor, the power of the god of thunder that he never let anyone but himself wield. This is that thunder spear, said to hold the power to defeat the gods themselves. There's no record of Karna ever using it in his myth. The conflict of the Kauravas, for whom Karna held his bow as a soldier, and the Pandavas, led by Arjuna, intensified and finally led to a war with territory on the line. The Kuru Kshetra, god damn, Indian words are hard to pronounce sometimes, where Karna's life came to an end. Karna continued to wield his strength for the victory of 100 Kaurava princes, and Duryodhana on the Pandava side. Only Arjuna could oppose Karna, but even he knew facing Karna directly meant death. Through a number of conflicts, fates, and mutual hatred, the war between the two camps arrived at Kuru Kshetra. Having reached this point, Karna's mother, Kunti, wagered one last gamble, reveal Karna's lineage to him, and draw him into the Pandava camp. Kunti confided in Krishna, a friend of Arjuna, in the guise of an attendant, and the two went to meet with Karna. Kunti revealed herself as Karna's mother, speaking in tears of how fighting with his blood brothers was futile, and that fighting alongside Arjuna he would attain glory. Karna made sure to thank his archenemy Arjuna's friend, Krishna, and calmly listened to his mother's arguments. Afterwards, I understand your words to join hands with my brothers and return to my proper form. It is a story filled with light, without a single fault. Then facing the rejoicing Kunti, Karna continued to speak with an even softer voice. But I wish for you to answer one thing. Do you not feel those words of yours were too late? She was too late in declaring herself as his mother. She was too late in looking back on Karna. If you do not feel ashamed, then please answer. If you, who call yourself my mother, have done no wrong, then accept the past without shame. While Kunti was a selfish woman, it came from her innocence and naivete. She was the most definitely not a shameless woman. She knew what she had done, abandoning the newborn Karna for her own sake, and it was completely selfish and felt remorse for it. That was why she had some degree of pride. She could not tell Karna, who grew up alone until now, who was grateful to his foster family and had not once brought himself to hate another. Such a horrible lie. Without giving an answer, Kunti broke off negotiations as she was taking her leave. Karna said, "It is fraudulent, selfish love. The only one that love can save is yourself. That love is directed at no one but yourself. However, I shall answer those feelings. I will not kill the brothers who cannot best me in battle. I will only give my fullest against my archenemy Arjuna." Karna swore not to lay a hand on the brothers, who were inferior to him in strength. The countless times afterward that Karna spared the 5 brothers were due to this oath. "Return to the palace you obtained by your own hands. Though it was only once, I am grateful that you called me your son." Karna opened the gates and escorted Kunti out. That was the love Karna bore for his mother, Kunti. Not love for his mother at this late hour, but Kunti's resolution to appeal with her feelings as a mother. Even if it wasn't genuine, that is what he answered. Kunti ran the risk of her past coming to light. To the hero of charity, Karna, such determination was worthy of compensation. This is way longer than the other ones. And so, it was just before the final battle, Arjuna's father, the thunder god Indra, realized that Karna could not be persuaded, so he took the form of Brahmin and made a contract with Karna and took his golden armor. Though Karna had lost the invulnerability given by his father Surya, he still refused to relent from battle. He cared not that, with the loss of his golden armor, he hastened his own death. Struck by Karna's resolution, Indra asked why he would continue to fight with the loss of his armor, yet without blaming Indra, who had some scheme out of love for Arjuna. "There's no need to hate you. It was simply a matter of being one step ahead. In fact, yes. Though, God, you are also a father. Such a thing brings me joy." "Then why continue to the battlefield?" asked Indra. "To me, defeat is bringing shame upon my father. Even if death awaits me, I cannot run away." After all, that was his reason for living. To Karna, who lived his life with pride in those who gave him life and raised him, his life was not his own. Besides, I own Duryodhana debt. For some reason, that audacious yet timid man is so bright to me. It may be blasphemy against my father, but at times, I feel that light of his as the warmth of the sun. It wasn't the fire of the sun that Karna carried, nor the absolute brilliance of Surya. To Karna, that sun was the imperfect charm that humans displayed. Indra, seeing in him the divinity of Surya himself, gave Karna his spear. He had taken from his noble hero something greater than his life. Unless he gave something in compensation, his honor would be strained. And above all, he was charmed by him. If it was this man, he could wield the mightiest spear that Indra hadn't given even to his own son. Karna left Brahmin, having lost his armor, flesh, and headed off to the battlefield, thin as a ghost. To his final battle with Arjuna, Karna was already without allies. His trusted charioteer was already an enemy, in collusion with the Pandavas. Numerous burdens, feelings for his younger half-brothers. From a curse, the wheel of Karna's chariot was struck. The string on Arjuna's bow was drawn to its limits. The brothers, long since bound by unseen fate to vie for supremacy, could only in this moment strike at one another with all their might. And sure enough, Arjuna's bow shot down the sun. After death, Karna is said to have unified with his father, Surya. He was the hero of charity, a saint whose creed was not to refuse people who ask or rely on him. The hero who, while extraordinarily capable, was tragically enemies of his blood brothers, cast with various curses, and lost his life without showing his true worth. That is Karna. As a side note, whether or not Arjuna knew that Karna was his older brother is uncertain. It seems the only people who knew that Karna was Kunti's son were Karna, Kunti, Krishna, and the sun god Surya. BB. Self-modification EX. Oh, all stars. Okay. Cheater. Theater staff of domination. BB's pointing stick, a device enabling full use of advanced AI's authority. There are restrictions on the far side of the moon, but with this, BB can alter Spiriton laws of the Seraph. The 10 crowns worn by the beast of Babylon in the form of a teacher's cane. This stems from the theory that the 7-headed beast is male instead of female. Its true nature is that of a phallus, an erect rod. The symbol of a king of the world, granted power and authority by the great dragon, for the period of 42 months, spat many arrogant words they all desired, and received the right to desecrate all things. The beast's heads are the 7 hills of the Roman Empire. Capitalism, Capitolium, Palatium, Aventius, whatever. In other words, it symbolized the Roman Empire itself. After the 10 horns were the symbols of Augustus, Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, Nero, Vespasianus, Titus, Galba, Otho, whatever. Those emperors. And Nero summoned as a rider can be the, basically the whore of Babylon, and has the, that beast as her mount. You know, the mother harlot. Anyways. The golden cup that BB possesses is the Holy Grail, one that grants the holder audacious, selfish desires. The cup of Babylon the Great from the Apocalypse of John is a fake Holy Grail, but because it's a fake, it then becomes a real Holy Grail, granting desires of humans regardless of what right or wrong. Christians of the day, holding honorable poverty as a virtue, saw the cup made of things like gold, the symbol of fortune, and surely considered it the definition of wealth, greed, and the vanity to decorate themselves. Though it's clear that the cup held by Babylon the Great personified the Roman emperors, it symbolized the wealth of the earth, the inversion of Christ's words, lay not for yourselves the treasures upon earth. I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. In Apocalypse, the description of the beast of destruction that appeared in the holy city, and the woman sitting on it, the giant beast with 7 heads, like the Hydra, appeared from the sea and landed in the holy city. This beast and woman were 2, yet as one, and it is impossible to think of them as separate. It said this woman was born from all evil, and those quick to anger or are greedy cannot resist her temptations and is corrupted by the Grail. As a side note, it said that after her death, the Red Saber who claimed the title of Emperor was seen by her believers to be on par with this beast. Self-Modification EX, the skill to remodel oneself. AI is created by the Moonself Absolute Directive. Improving your functionality is not allowed. However, BB released from that restriction due to her breaking down and began to expand her own functions. To boost her computational ability, she had the black noise prey on and dismantle NPCs, AIs, and even servants to use them as her own memory. While these add-ons won't save her from self-destruction, it's turned BB into a super AI with enormous capacity. Her condition is like a city continuing to be built as it's sinking, or Frankenstein's monster. You don't exactly rock the gloomy look, darling. When there's battle, there'll be casualties, like it or not, near side or far. So in times like this, smile. It's the best offering you can dedicate to the falling. Okay. Alright, time to talk to NPCs. Ah, I'm so glad. She made it all right. I really am so glad. Ah, stop. Don't talk to me. If we start getting all chummy, BB's gonna hone in on me. If that happens, whatever. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't. Sup? I told you, don't talk to you. Oh. I'm actually sorry. Phoebe, I'm different. I won't defy you. I'm a lawyer NPC. Mr. Spivey. I'll do anything. I'll feed you as much information as you want. I won't talk too bad about anyone ever again. Oops. Sorry, I hate to ask, should you leave me be for a while? I'm all groggy. I'm having a bad dream. Getting chased and killed, getting chased and almost killed left me with a real bad taste in my mouth. Oh, heck no. You're okay. Thank goodness. Kishinami. I'm alright. Alright. My left side spiriton structure collapsed a bit, but as you can see, I'm fine on the outside. Super lucky to be alive, at least. Yep. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Am I alive? That was the imaginary number space. She's mad. BB has gone mad. Hanging around such a lawless space is not sane. BB's the worst AI ever. Our surrender to BB wasn't accepted. My prediction was wrong. It's not that she was apathetic toward us. She's definitely loathed us from the start. She didn't intend for us to survive. Wow. At this point, there's no more hope for us. BB didn't accept our surrender. She said we didn't. She said we didn't help her. What does that mean? Have we had runs with BB since some time in the past? I don't have any recollections of them. I had some sort of strange dream. It felt like a B-tier horror flick. That won't make for a very good first date. I'm alive. Was that a dream? What the hell's going on? Hey, it's you. I had, like, a terrible dream. Master in a black coat attacked me, and all the NPCs were knocked down and dropped into a pitch-black space. Crazy. It must have been a dream, right? Some dark, scary Sakura was laughing, though. I know that girl would never make such an expression. Yeah, that's it. It was a dream. I'll be heading back soon, and I can't stick around in a place like this for even one more day. Hey, it's you. Oh, okay. Same thing. Okay. Go this way first. Okay, I thought they were going to be there. Saw something right before I passed out. Julius went to Konomine and... What did they do after that? I mean, Konomine is not even injured. I want to know, but I'm too scared to ask. Infirmary's locked. Library first. Why do something like that to me? Oh, it's you. The Holy Grail War is a repetitive exchange of lives over the Holy Grail. In these circumstances, we in management should just surrender to BB if we value our lives. Right now, I should be thankful that I'm still here. If we formally surrendered, our administrative NPCs might get their authority restored. I was naive. I'm disappointed. That master, Julius, raided us, but BB didn't show up. The only thing we learned is how repulsive the imaginary number space outside the school is. The far side of the moon stores humanity's malicious data. That's the kind of place BB was gathering her power in this whole time. Fuck no, thank goodness you're okay. Oh. Thanks to my pact with BB, Anderson and I made it out without being attacked. Have you met with the others? Seems everyone's doing alright. Okay. What about you, my guy? Oh, Hakuno. Sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. Stopped writing, just for a second. The story's ending came to me, and I said, gosh, this book is cruel, and I started hating myself. What, you want to know if I'm alright? Are you worrying over me, Hakuno? Hey, don't worry, you'll be a masterpiece to a commoner like you. Once it's finished, I'll have you read it first. Talk to Konomine. Yeah, Tiger's still here. She was swimming the entire time during the raid. That's how she got out. I'm getting used to seeing Father Konomine as a clerk. Honestly, I didn't think business was for him at first. You know, with his scary face. Oh, hey, Kishinami. Tried to teach her hearts, but alas. I attended that ocean alone, and that's why I failed. There's a reason person is drawn with two people supporting each other, so... Kishinami, commence the Tiger Quest. In order to escape, I need someone smart to support me. Otherwise, I can't swim all the way across the digital sea. So, Mr. Kishinami, that's why I want you to look for a smart kid that can support me. Preferably as soon as possible. Teach is counting on you. Oh, okay. So, wait, I need to find someone in the school. Smart kid who will support this female teacher hard at work trying to escape. Looks like the student council kids are busy. Know any other smart students? Find someone as soon as you can. Smart student. That was heavy, brah. Two database life forms like us, the imaginary number space is like a nightmare. That must be what you humans mean by hell. Please don't bother the other guys. As thick-headed as those guys are, they took some huge damage. What's up? You don't need me for anything anymore, right? Loser's doing your loser thing. Minding your own biz over here, so get out, Kurtai. Or something like that. Bluffing is real tough on me. So the nice thing to do is leave me alone, see? Talk to Konami in a moment. There's a dude out here, too. I'll just go check with him. God damn, BB, she's a disgrace to all AIs. We should ignore our full surrender. Can't you do a cost-benefit analysis? You really are the only one we can rely on, Hakuno Kishinami. Please delete that mad AI with your 2 hands. Smart person. Just... Not you. How about you, Han? Oh.
Ne-
Thought so. I kind of want to find out who I need to talk to for Tiger Quest. Alright, Konami, what's up?
ほう、そちらも無事だったようだな。相変わらずの強運、いや、悪運と言うべきかな。
Seeing him standing exactly where he always does, here in the commissary, makes me feel a little relieved. I wonder, how did Konami manage to escape Julius' raid?
君には話していなかったが、私は趣味で八極拳をたしなんでいてね。ま、素人の真似事だが。
Really? So did he fight Julius?
いや、戦ってはいない。私のスキルを知っていたのか、それとも敵対する理由がないからか。とにかく、彼は手を出してこなかった。少しばかり残念だよ。たまには新脚の一つも打ってみたかったのでね。
For that one moment, Konamine, with his faint smile, looked like a hellish fiend. A cold sweat runs down my back. Maybe it was wise for Julius not to have attacked him.
基本、金で買えないものはないな。
What you got? More gloves.
温めますか。
I'm fine on other supplies at the moment. Wow, that's so expensive. Yeah, I have 2 of them. Well, whatever. Oh, okay. I was about to say, wait, what? I was like, oh right, I heard about that. I'm used to those things like that usually disappearing from the shop permanently. All right, what do we got? Anything new? Cool? Anything cool? Dragon Cloak significantly heals HP. Okay. Ooh, the movement speed one. Nice. Defense. I think everything else I've already seen. Okay. Don't really need any of those. My current heals are good enough on Tamamo. let's talk to the other girl that's down here first, too. I want to make sure I get this tiger quest done. Oh. Well, there he is. I should have thought that I should have figured that would have been the reason. The thing. Okay. Miss Fujimura is looking for a smart student to swim across the digital sea. Whoa, whoa, what is she thinking? I don't want to be stirring up trouble we don't need right now. Guess I'll have to. I'll go talk to her. Can't have her wasting your time. However, Miss Fujimura is soon. Go ahead and let her know for me. Oh, did you find someone to support me, by any chance? I see. Should be perfect. I don't think we'll have any issues. Thank you, Kishinami. I'll give you this as a token of my gratitude. Picked it out of the digital sea a while back. Alright, now I'm going to borrow his help and retry that digital sea. I'll contact you if I make it. Until then, keep reviewing your classwork. Okay. Student council room. Here we go.
おはよう。よしよし、ちゃんと眠ったみたいね。幾分マシな顔になったわよ。おはようございます。6時間15分。やや余分がありますが、理想的な睡眠時間です。おはようございます。コーヒーをどうぞ。インスタントなレシピですけど、美味しいですよ。
Three people have already started stirring within the student council room. Sakura, who I didn't get to see yesterday, looks well. I reply with my own greeting, good morning, and take my usual seat furnished with coffee. The president seated in front of me is empty. The graceful smile that belonged to it has sunk to the bottom of the imaginary number ocean. Still, no, that's exactly why I mustn't lose spirit. Because while his body disintegrated, he said he was passing the torch to me. Suddenly I see something I'm not used to. The screen is displaying something. It's the moon. No, it seems to be the Earth. What is this?
それはセブンレイターです。BB が人類の欲望を解放した場合の未来をシミュレートしたものです。もし BB がムーンセル中枢を侵食し行動を開始したらという題目で、その7日後の地球環境を計算中です。さくらの協力でムーンセルのスペックを推量し、その影響力を再現していますので、ほぼ現実に起きる未来とお考えください。
7 days later. It's easy to imagine that the conclusion it'll crunch up won't be anything good. That's it, I can't make any sense of the simulator. I must have the courage to ask, what's happening specifically?
分かっている範囲だと、この7日後の時点で人類の 40% がすでに死亡しているわ。
40%. Suppose someone had 10 friends, 4 of them would die. Or 100 countries would getting wiped off the map. It's hard to get a real sense of it, but the total numbers of deaths would be despairing. I'm thoroughly reassessing the gravity of our situation.
何度も再計算してみたわ。でも、これが現実よ。加速度的に滅びの未来は確定していく。そうなれば、私たちが聖杯戦争に勝って得るべき望みも、おのずから意味を失うことになります。責任重大というより一連卓上ね。私もできるだけお手伝いします。ですから。ええ、分かってるわ。私たちは勝つ。BB を止める。そして聖杯戦争へ戻る。それまで諦めるわけにはいかないの。はい、勝ちましょう。アトラス院の名にかけて、我が死より与えられた誇りのもとに。その通りです。私も AI として BB は野放しにはできません。
That's right. Humanity ruined by its own desires. We mustn't bring about a collapse resulting from lives being abandoned.
よし、そうと決まれば行動はあるのみよ。具体的な攻略方法の話をするわ。 何？状況説明お願い。現在 BB はムーンセルの 90% を掌握しました。あとは中枢を攻め落とすだけのようです。それに伴い迷宮は18階まで拡張されています。センチネルは不明ですが、おそらく片方はアルターエゴでしょう。
Laboratory is extended by 6 floors. That should require 2 sentinels, but I can't think of any candidates either. Still, this is how it always is. Whoever our opponent is, we have to crush them and progress through the labyrinth.
さすが行き当たりばったりのプロ。いい顔してるわ。頼りにしてる。私からもいいでしょうか。セブンレイターの結果も問題ですが、今後の BB の状態も気になります。ムーンセル中枢に至った彼女は今度はムーンセルと同化するでしょう。これは今までの侵食とは違うものです。ムーンセルほどの観測演算回路と価値観を同じにした時、 BB の思考ルーチンが正常を保てるのか。たとえ保てたとしても人格基準が上書きされることは明白です。月の裏側の支配だけなら彼女は彼女のままで存在できます。ですがムーンセル全てとなると、その最大の問題に彼女が気づいていないはずはないのですが。何それ？ BB は自滅する可能性が高いってこと？今のところは。ですが彼女が始めてしまったプログラムは止まりません。 BB が理解していても状況は同じです。どっちにしろムーンセル中枢に行くまでに止めないとまずいってことね。はい。ですので引き続き迷宮の踏破を。ヒャッホー！前置きなしの BB チャンネル。驚きましたか先輩方。分かっていても防げない約束された勝利の特番 BB チャンネルオンエアです。
Why do you have to surprise us with it if it's already a promised victory? BB seems indifferent about how inhumanely she's treated me in the imaginary number space. It has no intention of changing her act. Now that's one steeled stage persona. Behind BB, a sink and stove glisten. Looks like a set for Don't Tell Me.
あ、見えてます？期待してます？そうです。今回のテーマは潰しても飛ばしても食いついてくる貪欲肉食系の先輩を美味しく調理 BB3 分クッキング。
What music is playing? If I recall correctly, this song is, well, just imagine it to be whatever you like. But I don't know if she can even cook. If she's the same model as Sakura, then I would think that she has some skills. I would think.
いえ、騙されません。どうせ完成したのがこちらですと出来合いのものを出すだけでしょうとも。
Oh, this is a broadcast. No matter what she serves up, it won't actually be tasted. Let's have the staff savor it.
あ、私の料理スキルを疑ってます？先輩ごときに乙女スキルの心配をされるなんて心外すぎてテンションガタ落ちです。そもそも3分クッキングって何ですか？2分でボスエネミーを想像できる私を舐めてるんですか？あまりにテンション下がっちゃったのでメニュー変更。ズバリ昨日の残り物です。毎日続くのは夏場のそうめんだけで結構。女子力皆無。随分とおかん力の高い献立ですね。なんとでも言っててください。それじゃあレンジでチン。はい、残り物の完成です。
Maybe he probably takes the dish out. It looks empty.
あら、レディートされすぎて縮んじゃったみたいですね。はあ、仕方がありません。お塩に胡椒、それからオリーブオイルをパッパッパッ。
He sprinkles a pinch of seasoning over the empty dish. Then, something red started swallowing forth. We have the swirling dragon horns, surprisingly long dragon claws, and heaps of bright red frills on top to top it all off. That's no doubt about it. The one we fought on the first and second layers. She lost to Hakuno Kishinami twice-ish. Yep, it's Lancer, Elizabeth Bathory.
誰かと思えば角の小娘じゃないですか。しかも側替えすらしてねえし。リビーさん、ぶっちゃけ手抜きですか。本当にがっかりですよね。私としてもせっかく作った迷宮に使い回しを当てたくはありませんけど、材料不足じゃお料理できませんし、仕方なく残り物を冷蔵庫から引っ張り出してきたんですけど、匂いませんか。具体的に言うと負け犬の匂いが。何よ、何なのよ。みんな揃ってがっかりしちゃって。ここは歓喜の鳴き声を上げるところよ。
Oh, I'm chirping alright. After all, it feels like I've got this one in the bag.
見てなさい、小豚。今度こそ私の本領発揮なんだから。はい、小物感ありすぎてがっかりな意思表明ありがとうございました。ですがエリちゃんを迷宮の核にするのはこれが初めて。 SG だって一つもバレてません。まあ高級フレンチとはいきませんが、頑固職人のこだわりラーメンぐらいの歯ごたえはあると思われます。とりあえずマンネリ感をごまかすために面白いマスターをつけておいたので、そっちに期待しておいてくださいね。
An interesting master, huh? What could that possibly be?
見てからのお楽しみですよ、先輩。それじゃあ私もそろそろムーンセルの調理に戻りますね。あとは肉食系同士で楽しくどうぞ。本日はここキッチンスタジオから BB ちゃんのお腹いっぱいクッキングでした。また来週。
Green and Ronnie turn their faces away, avoiding eye contact with me. So, hey, I have something to ask you two.
Huh?
I don't remember anything, got it? I don't know anything about our secrets, okay?
断じて認めません。
Likewise, therefore, do not dig up what's dead and buried from when we were sentinels. Well, anything anything that could at least give us a hint. Silence. Sorry, ma'am. Feels like quite some time has passed since then, but to these two, their time as sentinels is a dark past that must never be mentioned. Let sleeping dogs lie or whatever. I must never talk about this stuff like money worship or a habit of exposure. Ever. Well, we honestly don't know. Sorry, we can't be any more help. You'll have to collect the SGs the same way you've been doing it. We'll manage somehow. With the three of us, with us three as backup, truth be told, it hurts not having Leo here. But we can do it, right, Ronnie? Sakura?
同意します。
Of course, I promise I'll continue offering you perfect support, Mr. Kurtai.
バッチリです。
Yes, backing you up may be the only thing I can do. I'll do my very best at it as well. I expect that it'll be easy to cover for Leo and Julius. And yet, these girls assert that we'll be fine.
よし。
Alright then, we'll start preparing too. We've got a ton of tasks to get done. I'll even ask Jinako and Shinji for help. Miss Karigiri at this point. Also, now that you mention it, I have yet to see Shinji Mato around today. Oh no. Whatever. Not like he'll be useful anyway. We've got the most reliable chance of finishing this. Sakura, another cup of coffee. Okay, I'll make one now. I'll add a little more sugar to keep your head from being overworked. As soon as you finish preparing, please continue to the 13th floor of the labyrinth, Mr. Kurtai. Shinji's the master, isn't he? I reply understood and then rise from my seat. We may be acquainted with our opponent Elizabeth, but on the inside of the labyrinth demands caution. We need to shift gears and take our exploration head on. I suddenly feel eyes on me, so I lift my head. 3 of them are staring at me. Go for it, Kurtai, our new president. The new president. It's a bit of an embarrassing position for me to take, and one of great responsibility. Maybe Leo could pull it off. But I know I'm not a fit to inspire these members. That's precisely why I have to move forward. No matter if I'm a coward or if I'm reckless, pressing forward is the principle of Hakuno Kishinami sticks to. I turn to face each person and give each a silent nod. Okay. I did notice that Shinji wasn't around, but I didn't think too hard about it, honestly. It's been tough recently, but ultimately you have to go to the labyrinth and get the Sentinel's SG. That hasn't changed. Give it your best, our new president. President Kishinami, I was wondering over whether it reports to you or not, but I'll just go ahead and tell you. About the 7 days later we discussed previously. It's not something we programmed. It's a gift BB gave us, and I put it in the student council room. I suppose it's her way of provoking us. By showing us the future, she'll stir you up, get you to fight her, then make you despair, and sit perfectly in the palm of her hand. Regardless, 7 days later is a trustworthy simulator. You have no sense in not using it. Before these 7 days come to pass, let's do whatever it takes to prevent you from reaching the moon cell's core. My tea mixes with coffee, plus sugar and milk. That's an extra order I got from Konamine. Oh, and the lemon. He'll be in tip-top shape to provide backup on his side. Okay. Got more accessories to equip. Plus I can see if Tamamo gets more things. I know her SG is somewhere in this chapter. I don't know where. Just that it's in this chapter. Yep, cast rest stuff. You can change the color. Oh. I can change the color of the gloves, gotcha. I'll stick it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, is it a... Oh. Yeah, I'll just keep running that for right now.
まさかの角の娘再利用とは。黒桜の手抜きっぷりもここに極まれりですね、ご主人様。ご主人様。
The author from Catcher asked me a question. Sorry, I was just thinking about some stuff.
レオさんとユリウスさんのことですね。あのお二人を失ったことは痛手ですが、悔やんでばかりではなりません。むしろ、あのお二方の覚悟を持って前に進んでこそ、手向けの花になりましょう。
Catcher may be right. I can't just sit here and mourn. It's important to move forward, even if only slightly. As the new president, I have to get everyone back to the near side.
もう、ご主人様、そんな風に変に意気込んじゃ嫌です。ほら、眉間に可愛くないシワが。うりうり。
Catcher takes her finger and smooths out my creased brow. Her thin finger is a little cold and feels nice. I unknowingly let out a sigh from her gentle caressing.
戦う決意を新たにするのは良いことです。ですが、重荷を一人で抱え込む必要はこれっぽっちもないんですよ。ご主人様にはリンさんもラニさんもさくらさんもいます。私だけじゃないのがちょっと悔しいですけど。ですから苦しい時には遠慮なく寄りかかってくださいまし。
That's right. I have everyone fighting with me. And always by my side is my servant.
では、心機一転と参りましょう。迷宮攻略の華麗なお手前、このキャスターにご披露くださいませ。マスター。
Okay, I thought that was gonna be it. and equipment, but it didn't cross my controller place. It didn't cross my mind that it was probably... There it is. Damage and stuns against skill and Ooh. Ooh. If I know when an enemy's gonna use an MP, that could be really nice. Okay, okay. That's very nice. I mean, it's not something I really feel like equipping right now. Negate step up. That type of stuff is not terribly common. We'll stick with moderate healing. Alright. What other things I can think of? Talk to Jinako. Doubt that she has any new dialogue or anything. And then talk to, Hans. Jinako's new job is Ghost. Talking to me is pointless. Lecturing, pointless. Attacking, pointless. Diet, pointless. A true background character with no collision detection. Seriously, how many times do I gotta say it before you get it? Go check Kodamine as well. Specifically in case he had, okay. Just in case it ends up being some, it's like some kind of accessory I have to buy. Yeah, check the library too. Just in case there's like another Hans thing. But I think, well, there we go. Fairy tales and picture books line the shelf. Oh yeah, I remember that I'm in the middle of gathering Anderson's Matrix. What shall I read this time? My gaze wanders upon The Little Match Girl. This is Anderson's masterpiece, if I recall correctly. The night of New Year's Eve, snow fell over the cold streets. A poor little girl was out barefoot selling matches. Since it was so cold, the little girl struck the matches. In doing so, a warm stove, a feast, a lavish Christmas tree shone over each flame and then faded away. In the final flame appeared her beloved grandma, who embraced the little girl. The little girl smiled. Then she froze to death. The tale continues to be adored all throughout the world, despite it being such a bad end. There's something about this writer, and his complex personality put into the little girl's death that definitely touched somebody's heart. This really is amazing, Anderson. Feeling kind of impressed, I borrowed the Little Match Girl. If I use this as a conversation starter, he'll tell me more old stories about himself. Check out a copy of Little Match Girl I got from the library and start talking to Anderson. This book is one of the most famous fairy tales in the world. I have no doubt that bringing this topic will light up even Anderson's skaze a lot's faces. Anderson? You really do go out of your way. I didn't think anyone these days read worn classics anymore. Still, I have nothing to say about that book. Its content is as you read it. The ending is as written. Has there ever been a greater waste of time? Makes me want to hurl. Hey, how about I tell you about my noble phantasm instead? Anderson. I don't want to hear it, pacifist. I may loathe people, but I treasure my readers. That's why this dope of a voracious reader deserves a fitting reward. Here, take this, Hakuno. It's information about a useless noble phantasm anyway. It's my final lip service to you. He actually revealed the Matrix sounds noble phantasm to me. Let's see, a story just for you. It has the power to turn someone into their ideal self. Yeah, it's not suited for battle, as you can tell. I positively do not fight. I just sit alone in my room and write stories. Though, I don't do so much these days. The world has gone to hell. A depraved and mediocre one. Not many people worth writing about. That's why ever since I became a servant, I've had to earn extra money by making fan fiction. Not an improv shijin, but an improv doshi. Ow! Incredible. I blinked and missed Kiara bonking Anderson on the head. No more, Anderson. Keep your vulgar activities to yourself. Being your master, people will start to question my dignity. Hakuno, please. That's enough for today. I may be a pacifist, but no phantasm is still a master's trump card. I kindly ask that you don't tell others about this, okay? Okay. They just have the same things. You wanna know why I stand in this corner? Oh, there's no particular reason. But being in the corner is less stressful than being in the center, isn't it?
愚問だな。
You're staying all the way back so the healthy boys and girls don't notice her. Even this woman knows about the right place and time. Well, since I got his matrix, I might as well just go to my room.
二人の愛の巣ですね。
Marion Main's Liebens. An unpolished manuscript of Anderson's autobiography, The Fairy Tale of My Life. To Anderson, who said, "The majority of what I write are projections of myself. The Fairy Tale of My Life is the record of Anderson's way of life, which he compiled the supreme annotation of all my works. To put it another way, it serves as a core manuscript on the author Anderson's other self. Though to a writer, everything they write is another self. Every individual page of this book takes the mana provided by people who love the author known as Anderson, taking the shape of the Anderson the readers see, and can take action by becoming that other self. But that is not the true worth of this noble phantasm. Just as a writer produces a story, by wiping the book clean and starting over from scratch, it becomes possible to raise a singular person to a single main character. The degree of the growth increases the further the manuscript progresses. With only several pages and a few coincidences may occur, but with all the pages, in the event the manuscript is completed, its subject will reach their greatest form as they imagined. At a glance, it may look like an omnipotent, noble phantasm, but Anderson's deep-rooted, gloomy philosophy. There is no finale that brings happiness to humans besides death, resigned that there's no way everything turns out well. The author's pride will not permit convenient developments, and won't allow someone to attain their ideal form so easily. Of course, the quality of the story also depends on Anderson's motivation. Essentially, it's impossible to attain that person's ultimate form without a subject that ignites considerable passion in him.